When you hear the word strength, what do you think of? Most of us think of the physical aspect, stuff like lifting heavy weights, being able to fight. Some of you may think of mental strength, learning to deal with failure, learning how to endure hardship, discipline, stuff like that. And that may accompany true strength, however, they are not its source. So, what is true strength? We will not search for the most accepted definition, but what we should all strive to achieve. I'm going to talk through two different mediums most of us may have heard of already to understand true strength. One being Vinland Saga, which is one of my favorite animes, and Christianity, the faith that I hold fast in. I chose the story of Vinland Saga as the goal of its protagonist Thorfinn is to become a true warrior, which we can use interchangeably with true strength because what is a true warrior without strength? But I won't go over much of the story, so if you want to hear about the story, like me analyzing the whole thing, I do have a video I made previously. It'll be linked in the description, and there might be a card as well. Most of the characters in Vinland Saga are physically strong, and some of them are also mentally capable. People like Askeladd were intelligent, disciplined, and skilled in combat, but they were not the true definition of a true warrior. They were missing the most important element of true strength. Thorfinn discovers what it means to be truly strong in the second season. Thorfinn goes through an internal conflict, and at the end of that conflict, we kind of get a understanding of what a true warrior is, or at least the beginning of it. Vinland Saga claims that true strength lies in being able to use your words rather than your fists, forgiving your enemies, seeing the bigger picture, among other things. And that is one piece of the answer to our question. But I think we can add on to that definition. Christianity shares some of the same ideas that Vinland Saga provides. However, I believe that Christianity has a more full understanding of what true strength is. In Christianity, the belief is that Jesus Christ is God in human form. He came down to earth to save us from our sins that separate us from God. He also came down to show us how to live our lives. He set us an example, right? If we look at his example, we will be able to understand what true strength is. Jesus told us to forgive our enemies and even more to love our enemies. He also said to love God in all your being and to love thy neighbor as you love yourself. This is what I believe the answer to our question is. What is true strength? True strength is found in God. It is displayed here by the ability to have trust in God and to love everyone else in this world as you love yourself. Being able to forgive those that have wronged you. When you have conflict, not rushing to anger and violence, but settling it in discussion. That's like what Vinland Saga says. There's also a verse, Matthew 18, verse 15 to 17. I look to God to understand true strength, for he is the source of it. God is truly strong. He has forgiven us all and loved us all, despite how we have wronged him. He has been patient with us, and he has humbled himself for our sake. To fully understand true strength, we must follow his actions. When I was writing the script, I kept thinking about the objection that God has killed so many in the Old Testament. How is he forgiven? How is he truly strong if he's done this much violence himself? I was thinking, and this is the answer I came to if you have that question. The people you're talking about are the people in the Old Testament that sinned against God. God had given those people hundreds of years. Right? He was very patient with them. And someone who seeks true strength, you have to understand that justice must be upheld. Those people committed great crimes against God, yet he was patient. He gave them actually hundreds of years. But justice at some point must be served. They committed crimes against God and they received the punishment. I believe that true strength cannot be found separately from God, as you cannot pay the debt of your crimes in the past, right? You may be seeking true strength now, but someone has to pay for the mistakes you made in the past. Right? We still sin regardless of how we think now. Just if we're a different person, it doesn't matter because back then we still wronged individuals. We still did crimes against God. A truly strong person understands that justice must be upheld, that it must be executed. So they trust in God as he has an answer to this problem, which is Jesus Christ. And I have videos for that if you want to know what I'm talking about. Just to say it once more, I believe that the answer to the question we've been asking, what is true strength, can be found in God. If we follow as he says, to love God and everyone else, regardless of what they have done to us, to love those that have wronged us, to be slow to anger, and to choose peace rather than violence, then we will be on the path of true strength. Thank you for watching this video. That's all I have. If you'd like to learn how to be saved, I have a video on the left side of the screen. And if you'd like to learn how to start self-improvement, I have a video on the right. Thank you for watching, and praise God.